Hi everybody, this is Amber Amethyst, and so today we'll be talking about my favorite video game franchise of all time, which is Kingdom Hearts. So I think I was 12 when the game first came out, because I remember seeing ads for it on Toonami, but I never actually buy the game. I think it was like their late 13 or 14. I bought it at Blockbuster. It was a used game and I bought it, and remember playing it, how much fun it was, and of course I have that chain of memories and Kingdom Hearts 2 and so on and so forth. Well, there has been stated that the game will be released sometime this year, and I'm like super excited for it. Of course, with the game will be some new worlds and probably some old worlds as well. They've already revealed a few of the new worlds that will be in this game, such as the Toy Story world, which looks pretty cool. Reminds me a lot of the Toy Story Sega Genesis game I used to play when I was a kid. And also Corona, which is the Tangled world. And they also have like a Big Hero 6 world, which I'm not too thrilled about. These are some of the worlds that have already been established are going to be in this game. I'm sure there's going to be other worlds as well. And so in this video, I'll be talking about some worlds that I would like to see in Kingdom Hearts that haven't already been put in there that I would like to see. These not necessarily in the upcoming 3, but in just as the games progress, worlds I'd like to see in them. So I'm going to talk about some new worlds, some old worlds I'd like to come back, as well as some worlds that I really hope are not put in the game. So we're going to talk about some of the old worlds that I would like to see return. And the first is Beast Castle. I just really like that one. I just love how visually pleasing that world is. It's really pretty. I like the Heartless that were in that world. I just really like the Beast as a companion character in Kingdom Hearts 2 was awesome. Overall, just a great world. Another one would be Land of the Dragons, which was the Mulan world. I love the art design of that world. I don't really know what else that could be done about the story to go back to that world, but it'd be pretty cool to actually return to it. Another one is Wonderland. Very creative, very visually stunning, and to return to that world would be pretty cool. And also Halloween Town, just because, you know, Nightmare Before Christmas is one of my favorite Disney movies, and I just really like the overall look of it, the atmosphere of it, so to return to those games would be pretty cool. Now on to some of the new worlds, and this first one I thought for sure was going to be in 3. Can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out, because I knew for sure this world was going to be in it, due to how popular it is, and how recent it was, and that of course is Arendelle, the Frozen world. I just thought it'd be just so amazing to see that world, just see how beautiful, because Arendelle is such a beautiful country, and just to see how they would tackle like the whole winter wonderland, and to have also a reason I thought was going to be in here was because Elsa has magic. Like, she could be like, just to fight alongside of her would be just so incredible. However, due to the fact that Corona is going to be in 3, I don't think they're going to have Arendelle in 3, for the fact that the kingdoms are very similar, as like, because as far as Disney princess movies go, like, other than I think Atlantica and Agrabah, a lot of the kingdoms really didn't have names, and both these kingdoms are named, and the fact that they take place in the same world. And it has been verified due to the fact that Rapunzel and Flynn do appear for a split second in Frozen. The character models are similar, so for that reason, I don't think they're going to have both these worlds in the same game, but I am hoping as the franchise continues that Arendelle will be a world that we can explore in a future game. Just to have Elsa there would be pretty awesome. And the next world I thought would be really awesome to have in a Kingdom Hearts game would be Gravity Falls. This one's probably not very likely, but I think because of the fact that this is a TV show and not a movie, however, I think this would work actually really well in the game. In fact, the show already deals with the paranormal, so we could have like all the Heartless could be designed after the gnomes, or the shapeshifter, or many of the other creatures that are already in this world. And I actually came up with like, this could be like a 2 mission. The first time you visit it, the boss fight is against Gideon or the Gideon bot, and the second time you visit it, it's against Bill Cipher. And you can even have like in the second mission, the people in the town fighting in the Shacktron, the Sora, Donald, and Goofy, along with the Shacktron, are fighting against Bill. I thought that would be a pretty interesting battle to have. I think the one main issue might be the fact that there are 2 protagonists in this one. I guess the best one to pick would be Mabel, because she has the grappling hook, and she has the attack glitter, whereas Dipper really only has the journal. He doesn't really have any weapons of his own, unless they wanted to go with Stan with the bat and his brass knuckles, or Ford with the quantum destabilizer, but I don't know. Neither one of those are the protagonists. They're still major characters, but they're not the focus as the twins are. So I guess in that case, if they were to pick a TV show, I suppose, even though it's not the one that I want as much as Gravity Falls, Star vs. the Fortresses of Evil would probably be a better choice, and the world could be Muni. Since Star has the wand, she can do magic. And the final boss can be against Toffee. I don't think really doing the whole thing with Meteor World really makes sense right now because I see a lot of history to cover, whereas Toffee will be a lot easier to explain in the course of the game. The next world I'd like to see, it would be New Orleans, and this is for Princess and the Frog. New Orleans has such a rich culture, and it would be very nice to see that in the game. And you can have Sora and his group as frogs or other bayou animals and fight alongside Tiana in frog form. And I really would like to have this world in the game just because I think a boss fight against Dr. Facilier would be awesome as far as visuals, especially because if it's included with the spirits from the other side. I think that would just be amazing to see. So I think that a New Orleans world, Princess and the Frog world would be nice. And lastly, I know talked about a lot of animation. If they want to include a live action, even though I know this movie was not popular, even though I personally love it, I own it on DVD and I watch it around Halloween every year. If they want to replace Halloween Town and do like another horror-based setting, they can always do Haunted Mansion. Yes, the Eddie Murphy movie, I like it. I think it'd be really nice to actually see this done, to have them go in the graveyard and see all the ghosts and have to solve the mystery, even though it's really not a mystery if you've seen the movie. But I think it's really nice, especially since it's such a popular ride at Disney World. I think it'd be pretty cool to actually see this in the game. I don't think it's really going to happen, but again, this is just wishful thinking. And so these were just a list of some of the worlds that I would like to see in the future game. And now onto some of the worlds I would not like to see, starting with a couple of returning worlds. Atlantica, pretty boring. And the Hercules world, Olympus Coliseum, again, another one that I really didn't find all that enjoyable. And for some new worlds that I don't want to see in the future games. The first one is Marvel World. I know Disney acquired Marvel recently, and the reason I don't like it is because Marvel is just so vast, and it would just be way too confusing. I mean, Marvel is pretty much its own franchise, and they already have all their worlds connected with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They pretty much have their own version of Kingdom Hearts with Infinity War. I just don't really know which character would you pick, which storyline would you pick. It's just a lot. I think it would just be too confusing. I know Kingdom Hearts is already a confusing game, and adding Marvel to it would just confuse it even more. Similarly, I do not want to see a Star Wars land. Just like with Marvel, Star Wars is its own thing. However, if I had to pick between the two, I think Star Wars would be a little easier because it does have its own world, and you could follow the storyline of young Luke Skywalker, or you could follow Rey. I think the reason is because when I think of Marvel, when I think of Star Wars, I don't think Disney. Like, at least with stuff like, even if they're going with the live action movies, at least with Pirates of the Caribbean, okay, that's Disney. Haunted Mansion, okay, that's still Disney. But even though Disney now owns Marvel and Star Wars, I don't really think of Disney when I think of them. But I know both of these franchises have such huge fan bases, I don't know if they want to include them in future games. I personally would prefer they didn't, but I'm not the creator of the Kingdom Hearts games. So these were just some of the worlds I would like to see, and on the flip side, would not like to see in future Kingdom Hearts games, whether it be in 3 or 4 or other sequels to the game. These are just some worlds I think would be interesting to see. And I thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, would like to see more like it, you can always subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time.